We'll end up with what? We'll end up with what?
This franchise. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. We know this infrastructure.
Sabi in Prebiasa. What control my buanichi? No, what fun was Sancho?
Send never man as them, and never man a patria to Muntum.
Now, Ubia welcome to Monana, Sabi. Yeah, do a general him, yeah, to one now for sound to it.
That was I.
I just say, why ready say, Ufri, I will for Frau. So,
Elsival Kofi Akbalu. His opposition here, then.
May this worker say LPG? No, I just
want Miss Opposition or party.
Oh, sir, me founder. I founded the party. That's all.
So you're a leader and founder.
Yeah, I'm the founder of the party.
You are the founder of the party. Yes. And aspiring flag bearer.
You Congress into your Korea and you been named.
Now organizer do no party for the way they organize. They need the idea. Oh, founder somewhere 28,000, 2,000. Is there ever one day?
Fuck on 30,000. Nanao. So on what me mobilize 28. I mobilize 2,000.
Can be a party will be a
na party so bebre so de omo there ba. Say say na dey amaka ba no so dey GCPP for bay. Into ni membership. Say kra me nim do your party ni do. Because phone calls are menya no. Nipa eba no.
Nana adi I make them prepare say. And unim member if you come say bam chika mube. I don't know what happened in voter region for some reason. People calling me from home. They're calling me from home. They're calling from where what is happening?
Own to Krum Kasa and Diomo from everywhere.
That be also from Kabro from Kachi. And I'm my team Krum Kasa. I'm going first person. I'm team Krum Kasa.
Why be you? Why be you?
What's why be you?
Anyway, LPG. LPG.
What's on me? Number so me. Na ye the Ghana konkwa.
Madam Asemo Sorengo.
Susu bibi baby. Abwa Ghana. Na Ghana beyo. Eyo efremi nwaro. Susu bibi baby. Abwa Ghana.
The platform, Apramen and Yapani Pompeiso. The platform, the Cardinal Nanaya Kese, Son Sonchi, Ason Senchie, and in Senchia, Eko Batako Bramai and Sinukoso, Atwa Petiaman Timfi, Asansa Krokotiako, the platform Suni, Asisin Konda Sisia Ja Amatran Konda Trenufua, Brana Naya Kese, the Cardinal Tiajamu, Ewo Peace, 104.3 FM so. The platform, Odoso Pio, Adi Doso and Sempudium, Amanyosam, Abrabomunsam, Asitremunsam, and Yamansa who was on some, and it's a wood will be adia, and in Asia Nanaya Kese, the Cardinal, Wanina Pamfo, our the platform to Medioso, Wo Peace, 104.3 FM, a Dwadani Ukweda Numre Biada, a free no or Chukopim Nondu. The platform, Ewo Peace FM, and somewhere is here, the Abba, the Acro, and the Yatiani, the Ehun, Ninani, and Udina Apreto, and the Sombina Yansia, Nabanuswa, Ebia, the platform, China Wajunibi, Ghana, Yamai Ghana.
Da wamanu niema penyi dala na wamanodo eya sase batana empe oku eji ahoku eni ne dikebi asiasubie enti asemena use yasum gane yiye anya safa da chinchirima eba bebo yemfo inia susumrebe baby wabwakana Ghana beyo, eyo ekwe nwaro. Soso bebe baby, Ghana.
Watche Apao Sima Eduonu Enum Peace 104.3 FM Suni. Jumadi the platform, ye the broad Jwadanu Kwada Bia, Brown or Chicassia Bonaco, Newie. A frame Nana Yao Kessi. Waiting a frame the Cardinal. Menamidi Honchiame. Isaac Odro, Patricia Sefa Fisher. Emmanuel Tiemo, Prince Bafwa Samoa, Samuel Apia, Elizabeth Ejin, and a Pretty Joyce, woman as she na Medi Honchiame. Oti enka wa haiso oti enka wa Ghana mantam dodo no emu woko Tamalia ye live ewo Fela FM afei se woko Laura ye live o Laura FM ode no to nchen na se woko Ahafua ye live ewo After 2 radio no ewo Bechim afei udu sunyane a eye bono mantam na henkru so a ye live ewo Akonoba FM. Yada no to China say ye drew and crans and so a Daryl FM yo Udru Akuma Daya a hoso so your honum a hona cruise FM ewo. Ya say Udi ni Juma den Yanko Western North Patricia Base. Oko Winners FM and no was a hwisem your life for her. And afi Best FM and no ewo there be best no Western region. Adwempa e was sehwi akontomra onsusu ekutem so adwempa e was sehwi akontomra onsusu ekutem den afi ko Western region Best FM e wo Bogoso onukrem Dynamite e wo Takwa Max FM e wo Enche ena afi se udu agona nkwanta Uja FM sukremu na Almighty Rock FM Takrade ensusu ekremu den to make us say manfo e wo pom ho nyina etie Udru oti so a Kwabranto ne abusafon de atum ewo Beyond FM ya eno ewo oti region Eastern region so oba Achmansa radio eno no ewo Achem Odan omusoso ekremu ene enwumrei Arise FM ewo Twifo Praso ya no so wo emfinfini mantam emu ono so kutamu den ya man 40 enka bia wa oti enka bia mo hwe yen ewo Facebook live mo amutie yen ewo Peace FM online mo hwe ewo YouTube ene kwan bia mo fa so eti enka bia no ene nwumrei e mamu nyina adwo edam ase samudi afidi na to ase bra so se the cardinal menema badwafo edi dwumadi atu the platform everywhere. Na enanyumre enkomo kakra ewo ayede ebremo. But before that, we say wish our district manager happy birthday, Engineer Samuel Kwakwa of ECG in Sawam. Engineer Samuel Kwakwa, ECG in Sawam District Electricity Company of Ghana. Sina Francis Affle, any of my food in say Omo Emau. happy birthday. Nyankopon enka ho na bibia enye kama emfa ema. Enti engineer Samuel Kwakwa ya wo ye ECG ensawon boss wadwuma efo nyina se ya mautinkwa nyame enka ho na bibia anye boko kama emfa ema. Enkomono ani se ene Ghana Parliament unanimously omaji Ken Ofori-Atta atum say oye finance minister. So oye finance minister prekope Ken Ofori-Atta oye finance minister. Na ene nyama mienu akoso. Nyama mienu akoso ba ko na maboso akire wi. Na ya approve Ken Ofori-Atta wiye na NDC krata ba bonten se omo ka kire party manyina se adwobreo. Se obia nya boko adwobreo na bibia be kama ma obia nkotwe da awri bia na party mpanifo functional executive committee national executive omo nyina adwene ho and omo ne minority caucus in parliament dwene ho ansa no moji atum ai baby adru no baby adru no and I no pay na make asem be about National Lottery Authority. Any kind of the private lotto operators and I'm sure. Na ebia on tiasia obeka se ya me ya pekasa enye kasa na mepe. Chese National Lottery Authority no wasinebo se the open obeye. The ope and obeye. Mema nyina ankoda dem na National Lottery Authority enye de omobeye. Is it baby a duro no? And now we ya na National Lottery Authority crew ya o ye ka omasema ye nkan wie ye no. Omosan chokrata foforo. Eno omde kokoma Director General Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. National Lottery Authority would like to bring to your attention that the management of GBC, the contract between National Lottery Authority and Alpha Lotto has been suspended. Based on this development, we request management of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation to immediately suspend the live draws of Alpha Lotto. Failure to do so would attract legal action from National Lottery Authority. Find attached a copy of the contract suspension letter of Alpha Lotto. Thank for thank for the corporation. Okay, thank you for the corporation. Yours faithfully, Ernest Mott, Acting Director General. Copies copied to Director of Marketing, GBC, Director of Legal, GBC. I didn't know where the Acting Director, I don't want to say. Oza no panama kaze mbichemo se eye ne no letter no a NL for the ba abonten no eno de omde sha ase se Public Affairs Directorate now we the Acting Director and ordinance abasha ase ba ko na e kan se moti NL ho na adwuma mu ye nyina mu nim adwuma bone na moti ho ye because mo sign contract a former chief executive officer sign contractor na board enim ho bi eno nti e na mo twa Alpha Lotto for a contract emu no. On the mother shall say a Public Affairs Directorate. Where I would fetch record the Akoma GBC in the on say or sign. They should tell you what is happening. Now, Monya sa Monya Fanko Monya sa se bibinika craft fair. Ye be honey panna bina ha. Just say obi anye ye okrum ha eka obi ho yes sir me kan say odi ankan started no so eja abranti amasi so ma menye portrait kakra me yen portrait nkoko kakra na eja me dey support nene why na salary so no Ghana ha ena senate for 2 o mani si odi ahenkan so odi ankan ni anye nkran krom ha nyina free senate for 2 o mani si no so no say enya anto enya ntua portrait mia na mse meye mejaye me na enye portrait bia bio etu nkotwere bebe sasa odi jai enkoko yin senate ni betu akwa kwakye say adenje na omo ye adwuma no ontua omo senate ontimi nya sa ade no biom den na mutimi sign license edema nipa 7 na mukohwem ko yi ba ko free because mo hwe the rate a opagya no a ehuma mo enti ese mo fa kwan bia so na mo sei no eye se etana mamu yesa mo de monyene mo ho monkeka nkosa mo de monyene mo ho sae monyane sa na openi mekra me refi de obonyo o say munya ananse amonche no na ahwe yi a obeda ne chemfo abeka mo uhu ananse ache no na anye sa ugya no mani nyini obe chemfo ababa abeka wo na obanyansafo yebunu be yan kana sem Ene ye Ghana mampeni His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo na woda mampeni baby a wo bia ya ma happy birthday na ayafo ani hwe fom kakra yewra mampeni fa wani hwe fom kakra na nkofo bia odi adwuma hye omnsa no wa hwe a ombegu ani mu ase over the weekend asamba akoso a gentle ha kuro mu pa na oman mu eye ya enua abeku agri Santana wo COVID-19 trust fund afano as ambassador ama for so montiasi esa den omo se abeku ya NDC ni nti ya de adwuma saa ma no a enye yie omodwene ho a enye yie na moka na nzen MPP mrantie bi atkom ho abomatiku bi efe no Alliance for Foot Soldiers Advocacy omo sori agina dindindindindin se da bi omo pren a enye yie ema abeku agri Santana wo sai dibre no yemfa ema no adan a yesi abeku agri Santana no oye NDC ni nti COVID-19 board no person mo kire say wo mo ahu MPP ni bia obetimi ayi say adwuma kan abeku agri Santana ho ana yesi na sembe nsusu ni okay onva switch off all right okay no problem beko yenim nanke hwese ye ne se obama ba twhwe nkobo so yesi na homa no edum enti ye de no so ebeto ha na Yahweh near Eho. Maybe see I am Pamucho. Maybe. I mean, Salifu, Mafino. I mean, Salifu. Oh, as a good day, I mean, Salifu, Nefria. Oh, dear.
You own them.
I'm talking about the Ghanaians. Yeah, we do get gas.
No, you. Do you own them?
Yeah, I don't own them. I'm talking about what the paper is saying. I said you are not aware.
Excuse me. I said I haven't read the story.
Yeah, for that one, I understood you. It's been put aside. But what I'm saying is, but are we owning the Nigerians despite you have reading the story?
Who? When you say we, who? Do you own them?
I'm talking about the Ghanaians. Yeah, we do get gas.
No, you. Do you own them?
Yeah, I don't own them.
Yes, you don't own them.
Yeah, I don't own them.
So ask whoever has bought something from whoever you are talking about. I haven't bought anything from anyone.
Yeah, I understand you, but we also understand that the Nigerians do supply Ghana gas for the power of our thermal plant.
Then ask Ghana gas. If they supply Ghana gas, why don't you ask Ghana gas?
I thought, are you happy to be the Minister of Power? You may have all this.
Excuse me, at your station, do you know everything that happens at your station? Or does your chief executive control everything that happens at your station?
I know, but these issues, I think, is very serious that if you know, I will not be surprised.
So find out who buys from them and ask the person which organization buys from them.
So since the news broke, have you found out from the Ghana gas?
I'm saying that I am not aware, gentlemen. You were just saying Ghana gas buys. So ask Ghana gas or whichever organization buys from them.
Anyway, we are also reading from the newspaper that you are going to announce the doom show end soon, according to the president. When is it going to happen, Honorable?
Have I said that?
No.
Have you heard that from my mouth?
The president said that, and he.
So why don't you ask him? Am I his spokesman?
So you are too hard. I can't name it. Then who they tihan? Oh, go. Go.
You own them.
I'm talking about the Ghanaians. Yeah, we do get gas.
No, you Ghana gas or whichever organization buys from them.
Anyway, we are also reading from the newspaper that you are going to announce the doom show end soon, according to the president. When is it going to happen, Honorable?
Have I said that?
No.
Have you heard that from my mouth?
The president said that, and he.
So why don't you ask him? Am I his spokesman?
Bob Salifu yanko, there's just a drink come. Oh, the Salifu a time machine also. Yeah, ready. Bob Salifu.
Honorable Amin Salifu.
I would like to thank the President, His Excellency, for the wonderful speech of the nation, of the State of the Nation address he has delivered on the 25th of the 2nd, 25th of February 2014. If you look at what was presented to us, is very much reflected on what the situation of the nation is at the moment. If you look at in the side of education, the president made mention of any development nation that do not take education serious is not worth emulating. In that case, the president has made education a priority.
I believe you mean any developing nation.
Yeah.
All right.
The president, in so doing, the president has made education a priority in this country.
Yes, Honorable Minority Leader. The Speaker. Please take your seat. It's up.
For that matter, we have seen tremendous improvement in the last 4 years, if not 5 years, in this country. Taking my own constituency, for instance, before the inception of the NDC government, previously, we were having almost every community was virtually under school of trees. Almost every community was virtually under school of trees.
Nancy, a man for can say, and Caniano, ye nhunu say ye mfre no dum so si ye mfre no dien yo ubisa ECG say enye dum so ubisa grade ko say enye dum so I know that baby say fam won so bo no kwa na ekosoro isi ankane aboa e wosoro fam wo boa e wosoro asetra mu te wo sen 0302248787 257900257901 mama nyi wadwen kire kakra na me no kasa ya che 0302248787 257900257901 amehwe oma aba homa no so na me ne omo twetwe nkomo kakra hello
nana ya okay
yes sir
Ibacho
Yankopon adom na nso
Efo na mi kase.
Efo mpacho mi nimpa mi tie o.
Ya mi shira papa. Nana ya okay. Saturday we ni the trust na pena mi brother di machi. Yesi enu. Nti mi fa kwan we so na mi nda obi bia obebo ami asi. Mi do bi asi. Nana ya nyumire ni chia mi boss. King Pon travel center ba bi o bia King Pon mi chia no papa. And His Majesty Force on mi chia. Nana ya asitra na wuka sisi ya ne ti say o man na ye trust wo say abai no trust say na na ya ye trust wo Ghana ha na abai bi trust e no ka say odi lolo kwan nyina trust wo Ghana and ko trust wo green book no di trust na afi abai fufuro ba no obi esu say yenya lolo kwan anti say no na na ya fifu mu ka ba bi say ye kwoti abai ni nyina ye enyira osise mu kwoti abai o say atene kra bi wura fi atene wuti ati na say abai no trust no wan bia ni ni ati so bet ni ye bibi poli magara for I don't obey enye sika no bet enso ye wa abai bia o tena Ghana ha o no o titika o fanya fi na na do kwa kufu abo uhwe enye ma o ye o betra sika say tax ni dos nso ya nya ni sana na say o hwe covid we be betra sha ho kire di betra ti magara enti Jeremy pete ni kama Ghana for nyan ka tete yes true en wo mu say yati nso ya no so e betra ya pe uti ati ya no so twa pe na
ai o betwa ai mamre nya ape
uti ati
efo ko ro bi so mra bi mamre na betwa na nya ape what mamre fa foforo wa man so hello Prince your name is na moy hello good evening madam.
Yeah, but the family Benny, like I said, free in someone.
Auntie Benny is that saying?
Naku Panta, and I'm on say.
I'm out of married, you don't go from Kakrebi.
Okay.
Good. Pato meet you.
But oh, me person me catch on another say. Me shreno pa, ye penasem. Me bompire man pa. The crazy and the bompire man, they don't me ready and the bompire man. But as I'm penny for now or day or matter.
Oh. Auntie, brebium why? Me pacho brebium, some brebium. Utri na etum dia na wafa. Mami head you abe. Hello.
Now, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm independent because I'm for dog official account.
You was saying? Independent?
Yeah.
Boy, akwaba.
The only say Ghana form pen of president. The whole world, there's no country away freedom. All the family. OBS struggle because of the COVID. His Excellency, the way me and Ghana, but I wonder why people in Ghana and criticize about it. Meaning Ghana for because I don't know the force about we perform our perform past 1 year COVID is at the on the country. Papa ways for some Ghana for because there's no country. I bet me more electricity bill last year the whole 6 months Papa is saying. Now this year, they are going to know. Oh my Ghana, you know, man, it's money go ye. Mumfabi, Namfabi. I buy away a wire. I Ghana for Mubida. Nigeria coin. Nigeria. As a big Nigeria, Gelo Loka, price may increase from that time and on Motono. I can say 1,000 naira. I have a Ghana come 140 Ghana. And I'm clear over. And I Ghana Gelo Loka, I say. Oh, yeah, in a comparison, Nigeria population, I'm not to Ghana food. The problem I can't hear is that I make a choice. I would say, I have fallen as some of the go my way. I would say, a banning from measures in Google, not a fallen as some movie on Mobile. Yes, not on my Ghana in freedom. A fallen as on my Ghana, I would say, I'm telling you the fact. Therefore, Obi and I I left for the good. so go there share I'm not sure don't go pound disca this is no my gender minister so to step up no try say that no money pick that no man so because of the person be there let the good so go there so make this go now the your business abanyere population wise Ghana ye ko anim so mo aban no about develop o man no ye na ya say bo man no
Medase I'm fa foforo wa homa so hello
Nana?
Yes sir
Andre.
Yera
Enes from Typhoon.
Enes me too
Me for what mate.
Medase
Ma toka ma e da sune 1 month ni car o meje car no.
Enes mani abreu
Me kwani abre say me do ana wadwuma wo ye no aso Ghana nyina
Bajo ya fabra wa tubra ha
Important o eye covid yati covid ti se kami kwa ran ka be pemu no ka binya ya nka wonanka da be
mpacho David me pacho ndie mempe mesre me pacho ndie
mempe ma wo ye no o man kokon Ghana bia ni aso
mani so despite adwuma no
ahun brasie ene se do si hwemu on pentem eye wadwuma no to obi ani aso be trotro ma obi as na abranti de sifaken wonu ma ebe abranti eye na dwuma die tani that's what you know, peace FM especially akwa pempen so ya min shira enu ahun brasie na
amen
me shia mi ya ba roya sera gasafo o na juma pa ede ko gender ministry to kwase gender ministry how start tumpon o ti say hono no enkanya bi start ba hono ama chia chema efa also a good power boy mebru no na do ya oye ana ya se Ghana kona nimpa kona ni na do bayi ene wodi ni baby sem tim say for Real Madrid for action jesi okọ Spain okọ kotoko for say obia penasem mebru ni bebia o man kokon Ghana tumpon etie mwa ama abanwe entibi mwa na enkenya abanwe dia behemu Ghana enku anim saa nyema wo ye ne aso bia ni ene me no ka say ehwehemu ya yi ni say Africa nyina oba amampanifo no na nado number 1 the whole world so number 3 it dey biem na Ghana for year ehwe ye mwa na ye fan pa won tar na nado achi ene bipi amamuo ne nkoso na me hye nyina Yesu di mu amen
and some time fire da say mama hwe de aba homa no so hello
Nana, good evening.
Yes sir
Number 7 where dey
ewo adom na so
na ko adom na where papa yo FM ya dio la kasapi abeka yo nana yo na fit kapie de me fan chia mu ma aka petra MPP ya kusina ku dinina na mentia na dan ko kwado na wo ide nya ko tira ni ide nya san etimana nana yo na dan ko kwado obai first way ku nyuma about the na kwem now the fear no the aba no the frantic for food and jobs no the aba one this one person minimum papa our papa na Ghana for that case etu abaman ete oba to campaign after no yin minister on that
online no sorry ese mi twa so ha na ya ba modern atie kakra online no emu nheda na ho papa ntimi pacho cyber bium se kwan ewo mu dia ma me fa me ensa enso so na yenko mabedwafo no ho hello yes sir yes boss
Kadna na ya kasafika bora.
Aya mpacho wetia ma oneso kakra ka ho ama me.
Pacho wetia me nka dia papa metonka.
Pacho mete onka.
Mame mo abaso. Wapo juma Ghana eni wiase. Aku adwuma pa obo nyankopon chitawo pa.
Amen.
Na memfo wa bitu so enchia Eastern Regional Secretary eye Yura Yemkuradu. Na menchia mi PC Dr. Adoma Kukisi anyaso tu etia na papa. Na MPP abanga Nana ya bone mrane obi abedidi ya sure say one day we be invited no program so ama bibi abekoyi papa ene na mampani na nado dan kwakufu ado na woda mame we shin ba bibi obi a ohwe modern boy papa na ebo a sefata etwa se odi Ghana so no oteto ene amayi na ya beda na se because maybe the na nado dan kwakufu ado me komi kotodwe mu bompa ye bia me bobi mano because now me ba pani awon pass in primary secondary school and all ko ni free ɛyɛ nneɛma a metotɔ de maa me ba no medu sukuu hɔ sɛ woyɛ de wo sika bi akɔ nneɛma no a metotɔ maa me ba no ɔno a na ɛkɔ yusu wɔ sukuu hɔ na yɛmpa aban wei aban bɛɛ ne yɛpɛ nana yɛwɔ dani a mede machines ɛne ɛyɛ adwuma yɛwura mahama tam dum so nti mewɔ de machines 5 ne nyinaa sɛɛyɛ ɛnɛ yɛwura mahama ne ndcfoɔ na wɔmafɔ mo adi me machine so asɛe nti ɛnɛ aban bi aba na ɛnɛ me ne me customers ɛnya kasakasa light so metumi yɛ adwuma nyɛ sika hwɛ meyere ne me ma nkɔto aba ma ndc ebi nyɛ bi da ghanafoɔ momma mo ani nna hɔ adona nkwakufoɔ ado ɔno na nyankopɔn de ɔman no ahyɛ ne nsa na mewɔ gyidie ma pase papa no wɔhyɛ asase no so ɔde ɛbɛduru nhyehyɛe ne nneɛma ɔde agu n'akwan mu wɔwɔ gyidie ma pa sɛ wɔhyɛ asase no ɔde ɛbɛduru na nane a meka asɛm wei atwa toɔ mesrɛ wo ma mekwa na menka saa asɛm wei atwa toɔ meka kyerɛ npp mpanifoɔ sɛ mo ɔmo nyi Syria colours mu o ɔmo yi Syria colours mu a sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛwi ne 2024 ne yɛsan toa so a ɔmo nyi Syria colours mu da
mate ɔmo enyi mu emu mama me fancy ase na chairman Kwadwo Agyeman Boateng New Draben I New Draben South and I North because one for North rank chairman Kwadwo Agyeman Boateng New Draben North MPP amon chairman or Hasi chairman afi yesha
Nana okra say me charge you.
Sawo.
Maybe asem na okay pity bro nyame hu. O say be introduction kra wa say ko mistake aka hu e ko bisa Isaac say ono na wan fan ka ho. Asa ka wa nya hwe de communion no na o introduction na o to.
Na so hwe dan family, o hwe dan family nya hwe ni ntra.
O de diabolic here. So ka hu ye Roman ni mapa ka nta nya sa.
So na so family nya.
Eh baby a free. Ka de ka hu brase mu aka sa ne ma weekend ta nya o lie.
Sawo.
Me ni odi ahin kind of tied 55 baby na afi we hu say
me bra pa no me check it rough.
Odi ahin kind.
Me nua pa.
Say me ni nyina the free still region. Inti no just say odi de odi be hwe na afi odi afase na odi wa be si wo be ka so kan so no nka. So na de odi cardinal de say ya na ntai nya sa. Roma u cardinal nya say local cardinal. Taxi na odi na chika krakra because Ghana ha open nya cardinal.
Chairman.
Afi me ho ja we do any break so Isaac so ref Isaac o im krom ni ana.
You know krom ni to ochro bre mi to e. O hwe de da wani mo. O krom ni susu kemi ma no.
Na say no krom bisa me ameka se mi hu ye.
Yes mama tea bad man va biscuit aga.
Biscuit aga.
I see. Enu so be yi. Anyway.
I say esa na dey afro di no aboy anyum.
Ene me kuta akoto dwem. Chema me kuta akoto dwem ni fa cheme.
Masum.
Me da se. Let it say.
Me hu ya minia.
Constituency ti say.
Oh, constituency dey seboko. Aka say dey ya me be adom na obema ye kwatintin na dey aka we ni ya engineering ne ma ni ye na. Ene dey akoso Ghana ma mu ne parliament ni ne ma yi. Ya anye ye constituency ya.
Ba 137 mo no mo.
Oh, me. Then I said that ni hu komoda, but to me jidi said ye nyame be ye bia ye. O just say rather than say ka obi out to ha na ka bia ka be for say who probably it will help all of us to restructure and reorganize very well. Me that me say I can you that be I can because I to opposition. So intino how 2024 you bet me aye adwumaden ne keep power na na what I say
bato metie
enti say dey to opposition in the NDC for power mo ka so mo aban mu say dey omno mo aban mu anamwa ote obeti are say o yam pray na because say nominee nyina ye ke say ke ko to Rajo Muhammad ni na ko ye nomination mai na ke ni sifa kuma to mo yam inti mi sana ma fan inti to opposition inti there yam fan sa ni say ye adwumaden ni ehwe say the 2024 beko so rather than say bia o mo de ba bia o mo du no o mo gidi say 37 inti no 2024 there akonya no o mo no mbetena so ana say o parliament o mo no benya majority inti nana
mate
da nyame ase say afin so afin na mahu ti nyame mo ho ban na afia ye ramu yi omo bi ahoden na Ghana ndi ebisa na adwo ya betena ha Ghana nkoso ntia
ampa
say the aba nyina no na niam na ye kan so no majority of the decision are minor take for the past this current dispensation media play very very key role because some ma kwanya na ye betena na edi nkomo no bia the fact that say ye ni aban mu no omo so tie e de ye adwuma because omo gidi say no na da oman na koma so nti Cardinal no nyina no contribution
we are constituency chairman o party ti aban o si woni aban mo menti asio
the make say because ni aban mo what I'm saying say o say 37
137
and I'm say 137 me dey me fan say ni aban mo nti say omo a omo gidi say 137 na omo di to omo ho so oh yanya speaker yanya speaker they say you need to take decision for parliament and now you say about approve obi a was say you ka say enkrofo no omo preso ma omo preso nana ma bi bisa obibi 2016 to the year 2020 the behavior NDC they are tuja in terms of parliament, in terms of approval the way almost some parliamentarians mo sana net here na and that are not members ni bi ni ho
okay baby a wo wa sha see free no ma memma basintale akwa ba preko na fe utisi mo na akọ Malik
Cardinal Mejoso.
That is saying.
I'm Adam.
Rasmini and no na che.
Chairman is here.
Guy. It's on ya 137 so we say ni ko mu nyina ya ma.
Oh jai dia okay. Cardinal. Say ya omo dia betna no mo suppose fire. O so my back pass say ya.
Malik that is saying.
Mejoso Cardinal.
Ye de nyame ase fie boko de.
Kakra.
De nyame ase.
Na Musa.
De nyame ase. E mo akwa ba so.
Ni obo de na baby ano. Ye fa na sa. Na ni chairman iki ye contract CB say ko amreso contract CB make 2016 Abraham Anado win here say you win it no mo tiesi kwanso na ye afidi ebe ye 1 year about no show 2 year hu hwe 3 year nipa nya contract o say me say chairman na mo de mo na mo tia ba o say da mo na mo tia ba mo me say never na say na o say ye mom na to say da mo na mo tia ba mo enti na chairman ni kana say me ya nya just to rate kakra bisa no but ni tia bia no chairman e be ye e gusu kakra o man no ye so musia na mo so musia na ye nyina ehu kwa ya be fa so anko yi a ye ba I can assure you say be ko yi don't worry
and so what be
ko yi
anyway
ko yi
Mummy ama betra.
Say abronya so yaka.
Abronya say.
Oh yaka so oh ye na wa ba mu. Omu ni aba mu.
Za.
So no so yaka bi. So ka so ko chairman penyan na me wa.
Asa me mpene no dos.
Say o ka so ko chairman penyan na feedback o nya.
Me mpene ya dos.
Na realistic.
So my first question tonight is that what is the true state of Ghanaian economy? Asitena mu ankasa me measure economy ya me measure free masitena mu se na niam asitie asitena mu ankasa enne aye kasa yi it is saying in the midst of that enra na mampania be de Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edikata bi piega wa listing niam osusu se eye first just osusu se mpo ono say eye omo first term achievements. Ordinary Ghanaian na utie eto sen ena eno so ne party ni bi ene se ene Ken Oforiata unanimously approve no as finance minister na the ngongo kakra ni se Fidaben ya approve minister se SNDC issue who statement and NDC be issue who statement eno no edu basin tele wa baby san ehunu ano ado sukro ese Moi rampani for they say approve minister of parliament is that here that they will approve bill be our parliament this some issue statement anyway chairman person me no free as here
yes sir
4 years mo try we mo say my idea pa ya mama 4 more to do more Ghana for we said there be nanka mun deserve because of man mo aye thing aton kaniem yatu nsuom yatu petrol we ni na mo so mo say covid and ama ahokyeraba ene minority leader can say me or say oh finance minister over parliament over the approve I am one say could 10 billion we are say what the 22 billion unya say to me no hefa say scan o de yeden ene ho se bebre yes can way
na enche wa tifo bio na baby a yigina sabre ene nkomo a yedi na ye ka about the life of Ghanaians na then you know me the American say baby a nyamedi abedu Ghana mine in terms of this crisis or mine edi hu komo ne ewiase so abonyanya no say debia me hwe ya setremu a I always say Ghana nyameni adie because ebia with the leadership nyame ede na maye any nanamon watutu in terms of crisis by ohun ni Nyankopon say David nyame a ofre asofo ni ade nyina anse de akoso wo wiase no wo say nyame emaye nyansa ene akwankyere enti ampa anso emra ye de covid ebayi debia some American say in terms of crisis and the rare leader BBC na ye fani nyina tra sa you may see say it's a normal governance but in this crisis ye nim leaders and covid ema ye hu say they cannot manage their countries but Ghana if we are seeing nyina baso body omubo Ghana in terms of this crisis it shows clear leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, his dynamism, purposeful direction or the omai ako. And as he's always saying, say economy need say COVID and fat or crabby and qua. We can re-engineering it, we can reworking it, we can reviving the economy. Yetim. Inti the way you can assess with the other countries there, I can say the livelihood of Ghanaians and the living standard there. In terms of this COVID crisis for more than a year, as I'm making, say if we are beto bobo nyanya afe, any bear busumi na ini kobe 1.5 years. I don't know. Say if we have any history to compare, I don't know. I mean, TV we are that. So 1.5 years, the world is in crisis. And your crisis, one crisis, say be 2 years Ghana, any Burkina Faso, and now 3 countries be. Now other countries, I can say, be so seen. Cut across the global 80. Now that's a whole campaign. I thought of crying name I am she. But I believe, say, at this time, the leadership, the management of Nana Addo and MPP government have done so much well for the life of Ghanaians. Into going forward, I believe, say, it will be okay. And then you can't taxes. So we are to tax money there. I mean, now the taxes component I can't yidi hunkomo. Ebi anu bi answer dani uni hunkomo. It's not only about COVID. The 3 areas are the finance minister, SIT, where they are asking for 1% increment on these taxes in other areas. He's talking about the excess of the energy, or the banking sector, the excess of energy, and then the COVID. And when you take these 3 items, COVID is about 19.1 or 19.7, if I may remember. Banking sector, 21 billion. Then you talk about the excess of energy, it's about what? Almost about 15 billion. And when you add all these 3, all the OPA, COVID free, which is a rare crisis. Maybe someone who say, the two na aka now who cause them say excess of energy asema yekin yempo yetua. Who took that decision? And my question is that 15 billion was the world in crisis and as a Ghana and a war crisis at the time when he does do some more or John Mahama it decided to sign extra contract for energy for the power sebi that returns now me bisa say not world war crisis now. So for me going forward I think we have to begin to think through as a nation how we can be together. I said the finance minister can to see how we can resolve the issue. Yetimi sabre. Nene ukodu hono ma. Ne aka finance minister and why say time obeko vetting. I thought say enka the questions be pie and in some ye beka no. Nanki and TB okrom hada. But we all saw what actually happened. How he's able to explain the difficulties and the challenges are inherited. And this kind of crisis are yetimi sabri. Enti me say I will say abia sabi say I can say yet paradise and I yet heaven. But looking at the world crisis, this is the best economy you can talk about it even in the global. So we have managed ourselves very, very, very well. And as a nation, there's a clear indication say we can rebuild the economy strongly. And your economy sabi ye be to hot said ye be heritage and then you may see trust. This is a clear indication say if we follow the path, any indications, any directions, any the way we want to implement their decisions now. Nana Ghana ebeko nanim yie. Enti me gidi say sabre dia empanifo anamo omatu no ye bebo mabaso na ya toaso Ghana fo nyina nim say nanado waya ade ewiase hu say nanado waya ade kan na okra ati okra onu bisa na nado aya ade but baby a otintu ntimi nka ntino o de
kawasem ma kawasem fa me mefra
na o Ghana ni
me Ghana ni but men kan kire o se minim se na nado aya ade
that's why cardinal na even out what economy ni mu nko ade so person e debate asa me etimi no debate bi
malik me nua na wate me ba so
enti o ka cardinal so kra de o kra so de za Roman paninti o de o na kra pe na o ka ntino unim say ya ebe we kan nyanso a obeka
ntime nko malik omra ho
enti ntime ende enti the make an say yembo omampani abaso because for 1.5 years it has never been easy for the world and for the leaders and the management and the leaders of managing this economy. But the assurance that yenya so see yenyina ye to hono yenim say there's a strong pillars to rebuild the economy.
Mati na sa enjejemu we me pesa wo de mama ansa na makom maleke so mo na mo ba na mo sin kofu bi di Ghana ska banking sector mo diska mo gu banks ni bi a consolidate bi yati asiye yete ho ale check on monitor mo mo gu banks ni bi yati asiye yete ho ye twen mo ye hwe de mo beye nipa no ono wadi sika no a enti yakotam Ghana ni to taxpayers tax 20 billion edi akwako to SS ka no onam ho asenya ho akokoduro trocho letter threaten aban ne ade na mo wi amasa de to abeto se yensen tua tax na mo fango tua saka asemo ye ka kire wan
nana isi dia me pesa oti ase ne se enipa no onam ho keke now say banks ni nyina say obi a court there's a law procedure a o mu go through intino no de say nipa ne chro letter say o course obi mfa ne lance say ma no na on chro letters no. It doesn't stop the government taking them to the process for the law. Say random kwa sabi omutu hwa na mo idie. Ewo ho idie. Ye nyina will embrace it. I believe say we are not in the dictatorship rule. Intinu say ye beka say ono aye mismanagement. Na oman no akodi ahinhia mu. Sabre no we will let the law prevail. But what I believe say sir taxes ni niema ye can say yemfa solve our problem no. Say the old dream said na cast your mind back about say if 4 million banks now you can say who you see where they say yabegunu the banks now has already collapsed. There was no resources, there was no funding. Omuni capre nobody betua deposits ka. The only thing government and as a buying betimi aye ama nipa no anya nkwanya ne narration mu say ni sika na de koto ho no no olusu ye no is where and this is the direction na o say oko. Otherwise 4 million customers they all can say bank in egu and yes are buying an egu no the banks will already collapse omu ka omu di omu indebtedness ni niama na wo ho nyina. I can tell you how bad practice for those banks are now my some decisions are now are taking some loans are bad loans ni niama no mu di omu sika deposit sika kwa it me for say I was say na enye endura no edu time abanye consolidations no na bank no na ye ka chom so maboka. They know if you go back to the former president, and I'm very happy when the NDC asked the Minister of Finance. And then the overall for Abapao. Na manager pass NDC for Ebisa Minister of Finance say at the time omu banking crisis ni buy and almost almost fold up almost consolidation no. Now they don't know the challenges that are here now. And then the Minister Becca say President Mahama on Parliament statement and Okotuo say banking crisis with the mismanagement with lack of supervision no free regulator honum any mismanagement now banks are it has resulted to a huge cost of financial implication for the nation. At that time, Nana, President Mahama no ni mana. He's aware. And in Ebia that time, when say ye two and a more year, and he saw no, and Kebia kasa 21 billion, but they left it. And you know, so my
point and say, many problem with. Say President Mahama anyewe and amobabe mini problem. Say nipa no or ye mismanagement. Bank of Ghana or more intimi and play or supervisory role. And obi anyina dwuma yie na ma say sika no ehye ya. Enti say nipa no. Say nipa no. E de ne ye no esa de tax ba beto me say me metua tax. Ne emfa nkotua obi mismanagement ka.
Nana ka me because the case no court we don't want to go the nitty-gritty. Ka obi hu say enka babia clear mismanagement say some of the facilities now loans are the man crop for cry the guarantee is who created the crack or cry and at the end the mechanics say crop for money nam hokwa say case no court. I know almost all of them. All these banks are almost consolidated. Capital UT Unibank and all those they are in court and utina main person Abia this time no you be kind the details of it now say we are giving evidence to their case in court inti nana me the be jan is about say ye nyai wo mo minim say no court that one if you can agree with me dia not just say ye nyina beti ase say ye nyai wo nanka ye fa that channel but Abia they say to me say Abia we want to get the court must speed up with the process. Now, yenche how it will resolve. But one thing difficulty and I say it means say investigation financial crimes, enough form. It's very, very difficult. Into me did say be ma court on time. No me so ayo majuma. More
opposition na mo ye be chi o mo ni ade na munim sa ade amokan. Na munim.
Oh, na say na mbra no. Na no just say yen chill. Say ya chill. Ya chill. Ya chill na the father say and I make us say enye kangaroo court and enye dictatorship na nipa no man a chance to defend himself. But now some more court today. We will allow the process to go on regardless how now crime crime there say expire number.
Any expire date on.
No Matthias.
Basintale.
Kada.
Charlie, what's the question I'm there, Mauniano?
You see, question no. Mete pa. Now so I think say at a point in answering sa question no midway. Na anseba na minua chairman ekaka no. Na me ya bisa me ho say ana wo say bisa question foforo. Ana wa whisper question foforo bi ama chairman enunti na nsema o kaka no watana so oka because it baffles me Joe Cardinal question I obisa the true state of the economy of the Republic of Ghana anamebwa that is the question. That is the question. One could be say, oh, Anna Togo economy to say, and Zimbabwe economy to say. What's a Ghana economy? No, at the same. Now, Fedi chairman say your mama could cry excess power by, and excess power no buy yeah there, and Ghana yet. I mean, is that the question we are speaking of? It is very simple. It is a what can ya wa buy anti me here? Nasa woni hwe ka bioma sabi. Na wo matiefo anyanti ase se ni anameka no makewie nti yema Malik Embra on ana yembie lines na tiefo so mbrem but say President Mahama Kokra excess power there and your economy in there I don't see how it affects it. How does excess power affect the pockets of the Ghanaian people?
It does.
Sure, Kadna, me know what he ade china say nyane. The first thing that every Ghanaian edwene ho so be na say den na ade achi medi den ena medi this particular morning and ade na medi ewiabo and ade na medi ade sa. Those are the basic requirements of every Ghanaian. Inti say unim say wa ban ba here abon modern a you then tell us nienti a Ghana for ya yeti omayimu no nienti a asetna agwamaye. That is what we want to hear. And that is what the Ghanaian people are interested in. And there are basic requirements. It's around this animal. Omo mutoni mo djum. Say ena mo brabo etie. Omo mutwika. Say ena mo brabo tie. Mo nsenkyerefo amote media houses mu ye adwuma. Say na mo brabo ko.
Oh here to say.
That is I'll answer them. But I just want to lay a basis to end discussion. See, say in the next opportunity, no, because President Mama could cry excess power, and President Mama could say, and that is not what the Ghanaian people are interested in. At least we've had the first term of the MPP government. We are in a second era. Into that blame games, and I don't make and say President Mama and salaries in Ghana economy are cut down. I read it online. And this was said by one of the astute communicators of the MPP. And I think that, look, we must begin to go beyond these things. The person is thinking of Senya Obe Tumia Tofango at the next filling station. That is the true state of the economy. Devoid of young partisan politics. Devoid of MPP NDC. Because Nipa no got boot na siya. Yem bisa send the party card way. Niebe bisa na say usika ya he na say na woto. 2016, if you want us to do that comparison, na fango ya saying. Now you talk 1 gallon of fuel, a little above 16 Ghana cedis. 1 gallon. And then, how much does that same gallon cost to drive an EOT here? And you drive an import, just anybody with a car, or even your motor. How much does that cost? And then it is close to 30 Ghana cedis. 1 gallon. 5.4 liter, 5.45, 5.6. And in just 1 year, from December 7th, I had to abayi man penny na nado. Tunde, many workers say, you two fangomu more than 5 times in a row. And it keeps rising. It keeps rising. And there are many workers say, the question also be someone say, "Nyo what see this how cost $1. No boy. These are the basic requirements of the economy." And so, Mr. Opening Chairman,
I said, let's speak about the because me no can say, Obi Jensen over changing the cedis, you know, a business transaction be. And how much is the Ghana cedis? Boshe Ben and Moshe, Moshe, Bosse Moba, a cedi will be to $1. These were the words of the NPP government. These were the words of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Okase Omoba. They would arrest the dollar and reduce the rate, and the cedi will be to $1. Now, Cardinal, at the recent forum that was in 2017, Dr. Bawumia confirming the stance in the car say dollar no say ya channel tum. Into the kina ma IGP.
But he never said say dollar a cedi be ne dollar be.
Look, for the purposes of this argument, let's say Okase will be maintained.
No, it's not a matter of let's say.
So for the purposes of this argument, let's say Okase dollar no or be arrested. I'm a dollar no freeze me boy.
Good.
For the purposes, let's say that. Don't you see? There's no time, so I want to move on. Let's say that, and the dollar, the dollar is almost 6 Ghana cedis and rising. That is the current state of the dollar. You're free about it to say. This is how we compare economies. And as in send us sitting here. And then I can say, Uko Joma, Preka say a ton say, Body a ton say, and there Kube Adia China Benum Kubia Kube boy say. And the Uko Jom now be talking tomatoes, no boy say. Who got on nam £1? I brought it so nam chicken £1, now 7 cedi 50 pesos. And the whole chicken £1, soft, 12 cedi, hard, 18 cedis. That is the analysis we must begin to do as a Ghanaian people. Say person money tumpua. That is the analysis. So we are sick and tired of GDP. I say, and we are say, and what's the mood reducing import tariffs? Now so the beer was so come for omunam kwansu get demonstration. The beer will be called Habwa until me goose as a result of the increment in port charges. Then you come and sit down. Now, more yet theoretical work and a GDP watching and a dollar no much to my kina my IGP and what kind of rhetorical politics is this? What kind of politics of as a you are not in touch with the Ghanaian people? As a woman ebi before no come. And then, Obi pay Juma, saying. These are questions, very legitimate questions. Obi pay Juma, saying, check the number of graduates on Motifie. Check the number of unemployed people on Motifie. Check the number of Unkrofo Mubaya Mube Gun Juma. Omo Juma Guya and the Motifie, Munye Juma. A bank of 4, and I overheard you bringing that in. And Cardinal Abaso. That was a fantastic chip in. Banks, more than 1,000 workers from only bank, UT Bank. More than 1,000 workers. 1,000 put there, say understatement. More than 2,000 workers from Unicredit, Unit Bank. More than 2,000 workers from Capital Bank. These are the direct line workers. Now the indirect workers, no ton cars, they be banks. I'm aware and I know how these businesses go on. Car dealers, La Paz are more. They deal in loans, transactions. A lot of them, I'm aware of some of the banks are no Mukojiska and the Yomuniama. Kokumase, Ashanti region. Lot of them, Western region. These people who work at the harbors. Omo Juma, Omo friend Baby Wawa. Omuko bank chama hosre omu friend papa
NDC government
NDC Cardinal mesro
se na ofrem
obi wo ho a osore anopa okoje bosia e was our bank si no they are going in transactions. A lot of these people who deal in cars and whatever, they deal on loans. Bank na mo musika omo de car na ba no mo to no ko tua no mo so anya kakra di atafre. That is how the Ghanaian economy runs on a daily basis. Because phone dealers in your account. And the mobile good banks na. Uncle for Juma media houses 2018. I remember the kind of layoffs somewhere. I remember. Said na Uncle just because businesses were not running again as a result of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. And there mobile on a daily basis, and it is even current. GPRTU4, as a mobile media house impo. Almost to transport fees again. This will be about the 5th time. Almost just because of harsh conditions, sir. Almost face wamaimu. Nde almost tu nyemamwa. Ni ano ofaka 1 cedi. Every baby or tear to yafan se makola ko tonyama. Sa 1 cedi no be chato ne nyama so. Until an can toast. 50 pesos, sir. 5,000. Uncle Cha, none toast na be 6,000. None 110 pesos no, or the 2 and a car to also. And then mutumu, na so mutumu ko 2 cedi. Like I said, 20 pesos never be done toast is no. And toast are not on 60 pesos or be on 70 pesos.
Na said the whole Kenya a simple send a wusi can na meba. A simple send a wusi can no. And na mo mo ntimi anya. For instance, me ya na me mu nyina ma be gina banking crisis so. Mama ma beige capital. Mama is kana wedi. Na mama is kana wedi. Na mo diska shame. Na mo diska shame. And bibia mama dwunu mu se skana mo di shame no. Enya mo bottom skana your mind sika. Why did you allow that thing to continue?
Na Cardinal Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene emma ye nyina ye nyanti ase se finance minister ankasa as the banks now you collapse no, they are going to use state money to recover the banks again. How? That's a consolidated bank net you know. That
is not my question, Malik.
I know me say.
My question is this.
Okay.
Time wa banks no. Omo ho odin sha ase ba fom. Anu omo ntimi enye omo turn around ne ade no. Because Bait Capital, for instance, are buying money 600 million.
No, but that is legal. And let me explain that.
No, I'm not saying it is illegal. Yes. I haven't said that.
Yes.
Me say. What is economy nipa to the extent that what is economy nipa no? Sikano nkonko ye dwuma bia na omo board for ne penfo kakra wa no match sikano. Sikana wo dey ko still bank no kwa na ekọ fom ti bibia mammo adwuma mammo ahu se bibi na nko yie nti asa mo twi break wo baby.
First of all, that is the position of Bank of Ghana.
That
Sikano na omode kono omudi and the people are in court now. So that's one aspect. Number two,
which one is the position of Bank of Ghana?
That na per the records no na the sika bebre emo no mudi omo misuse.
Are you saying a Bank of Ghana decision say emphasis can ma omo?
No, what I'm saying is that is the decision of after omo banks no. That was one of the explanations of Omo to that particular entity. And I'm saying that number two, under banking sector, that's what we call a discount window. In the discount window, no, say bank, juma, now say almost shall say operating under their minimum wage. They can apply to the Bank of Ghana. And that is why they activate the discount window option. Now Bank of Ghana decides Sigano. I'm giving you this is purely finance. Now Bank of Ghana, Edisika, also Mukina. Yeah, this kind of so mukina na say almost asu ye juma kakra. Then they start paying off that amount of money.
So what was happening was that in the case of Beige, for instance, Bank of Ghana money sikarinya Africa no obo kamo. Yet you were pumping money into that institution.
But you see, you look at how that menace was resolved. Whether it was a better option and a better option. And let's look at the resolution of it. Government of Ghana, all these banks put together. Sika no muhia. Our mube do that minimum wage and a Bank of Ghana set here and some no good banks no. Sika no be put it together was about 10 billion. Bank of Ghana at the end of the day spent about 17 billion in resolving this menace. More. Intinde what could dibone? And Sika was say it means the bow. Ma wajina wona so as obia no oyare. Or see yafan say 1,000 Ghana they are son muken they are son yare obucha for so munibi na so nipa no wuye na mo ba na mo be 3,000.
What was the guarantee?
That's basically what they did in this situation.
So what was the guarantee say kasasika? Because there enim bi kra na enim ye hu Bank of Ghana report on Beige economy. What was the guarantee say kasasika no kra no ye de ma wo mo a accommodate better any bank na around?
No, so that is simple. For example, as it stands now, I consolidated bank. It is a Bank of Ghana. And the Bank of Ghana, because Bank of Ghana is still using a lot of some of the top level workers in this assignment. Omo no moti beige mpenyifo no bebre na that so manage banks under the guise of consolidated bank. Enti anka mu was asikai na anka mu betima apia e di ahye bank mu na so no mu kena. You could have just supported the bank, save customers, guide the board of the bank to stand still. In other words, na a bosha mo share Ghana for. Semoba, you would help these banks stand on their feet. This was a promise. You see, Cardinal, ya kasema, yan kano from the angle of Niaoka se woba obeye. Woba ya want me because you had an option to tell the Ghanaian people, say, banks ne wono, mutuma ye ne wini ya ba ye be good banks ni nyina. You had that option. But you chose to tell the Ghanaian people, say, me ba banks ni good banks no. You be so banks no mukina. Na banks no imagine am na so. Then you come into office and within a short time you don't think of the customers, you don't think of omo mu save musika, you don't think of omo mu boy juma, you don't think of all the workers. You decide to collapse the bank for whatever reasons. And you see, Nenta America say me very dicey because you become one and some baby wo ho see ya, but anka you become one sem wa. But a lot of them are in court. And the court investigations on some of these things. And I could also choose to take the position of any of the banks or Mode Ghana government at the court. And per what they are saying, it means that they didn't commit any harm. That is their position. And so it is a very dicey situation. But Cardinal Nyame can say the true state of this country and the true state of the economy. There are a lot of dicey things that manage day-to-day affairs. I was saying and I just mentioned a few. And to mention some more, TUC4 on a daily basis, press conferences somewhere, attacks somewhere, salary adjust. In fact, everything about almost sector in Juma, Ninyamo Mugugu, Ewodjum, as a result of high taxes and any account. The government has decided not to listen to the Ghanaian people in this.
Bank of Ghana report on Beige. Or say, founder of defunct Beige Bank, Michael Nyinaku, sat on a 340 million Ghana cedi hidden bank account in breach of banking regulations, court documents have revealed. The secret account named so and so blah 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 on the blind side of the regulator. Bank of Ghana no regulating. Now can batawa o church them say Charlie, my Ghana boni.
Wamo. Bank Beige na wamo.
More politicians. My Ghana boni. Mummy na motia nyina but one say asem na buy no. Munyina mo pese musum tu obi so. Den na bank wo ho. Yes bank yi boka. Your man is Canada directors ache. No me akoto estate properties. No me akoto we. Still near Pompeo money sigagum. Why interest na near the yes ade na near there?
No, but that is why I'm saying, say, at the end of the day,
okay, oh, they are concerned. Absolutely,
we look at how to resolve the menace. It is Asamaba. Nasen there was Asamno. Yenso Muse. Nayanya. The first people you must begin to think of are the customers. And send them for Benyo Musika. You look at this whole banking crisis in the account and quantify or more no Musika issue because mind you, customer now no the Musika ko shame no. On one down, you know, say. Bank no babegu no your friend say government of Ghana babegu no bank. And there were so many other banks, a Bank of Ghana guya. It was as a result of say omontima miti the minimum capital. So many. And you are aware, Kadna. I say new Bank of Ghana minimum capital now no set here no. Banks be
400 million.
Antimania. Because the increment was high.
But obviously it was necessary.
But then they couldn't meet it. And our banks need to say my time, Kakra. Because definitely there are banks that give loans. And at that given time, maybe an institution and a bank, a financial institution, our Bank of Ghana, just because they didn't meet it. And within 2 weeks, they were able to collect all their debts. And they met it. After the accord, I say my license. Now Bank of Ghana say, Monza apply for a new license, another license. It didn't make sense. Because they needed time to get it. Because of mama loans, they can't have that amount of money sitting in their accounts at a particular time. And so all these are accounting technicalities. But then fundamental point, I say, at Bibi Biara Obeye, I was so kind before no first. And that even takes me to your mining sector in your cacao. About the sender, Ghana form one him dear. Ewo gold mu, ewo bauxite mu, ewo njuma ewo so mo bo underground. And in your cacao. Aban yi ba ya, mo se njuma ni ye de kwa koma China for. Na ya Jessica. Se si awoko young gold sites. Major ones are now before ankasa na ewo ho eye njuma. China for na ajaboso. This is the current state of the economy. And this is the current state of the country. And to be sorry, na say ohwe baby o didi free. No ohwe baby o ye adwuma free. Na say engineer ye mana. You can come and sit on air and say Nanado ye say Nanado ye say recently make a report from Dr. Baumia. That's about 2 days ago. And I think a topic. I think virtually that's what we are discussing. Say achievements of the MPP and or the Betuga. And Cardinal, you agree with me, sir? And suddenly, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Echuroto, they say the achievements don't reduce from 87, he had declared to 85. And a lot of them were repetitions of what he had already said. The true achievements of MPP, sure? Ofa Omwankasa report on the Betuja. That is Omo reporting about me releases achievements from year in various sectors and what have you. Then you realize, indeed, President Mahama Mamu, the government of the NDC before 2016, no. Look, Ghana, yes, Bibi pa in the 2016 election. Look, you compare Mampenya will see a hospital like the University of Ghana Medical Center, a hospital like the Ghana Maritime Hospital, Rich Hospital, Bank of Ghana Hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, and in the account to Abaya or Baya or no boast to say, or the Polytank Eco Solar Hospital, or the speed ramps Eco Si Pandu, or just a portal. Now Baya or Moncasa report will fake. Almost factory see Damango, she knew her. Almost the granite factory see Bole, it is a lie. Then you begin to know, say, Anka, it's a son a yebu mind ya. Say speed ramp there. And then the old man position and say, met my speed ramps be at chairman for. And our politician met my baby at chairman for. Because this is a government that has gotten Sika a bind beer or buy a enyada. Share oil reserves. Your mineral reserves on qua 2016. Now you hit 1.1 million echo. We exports. And then 977 million. The government of the day no munya. Share oil reserves. Before 2016, your oil receipts now saying 500, 600 million. When we buy 2 billion, 3 billion, because President Mahama and a kokunya your oil reserves back back. Share your pussy your boy, and then when we buy how many years? We better now there's 4 years. Your debt rate 280 billion plus. Echo. Monkwamo more than 160 billion at the account. A free buzia pencil. Unkroma pencil, ebedu drama pencil po, mobobusiachi obia. And yet there is nothing to show about in Sika Munyaye.
Odi ma de ba kwa mo kan obosian mu aya na mo nhya dan kyerem yi ho na ya mente ase ne se. MPP bosian na oboye no. Ujitum se ode bosian na bi kokutu abosian da daka.
Tizane boko mamenchiro, tizane he. Because Bosia Bia before you Uber Kwaji Bosiano. I am a former team Kokasa Pescasao. There must be a roadmap to Sabosiano. Until there must be something. For example,
IMF Bain.
What there?
IMF Bain.
And IMF Bain.
I am Bosia boy, you know IMF for.
And I may say, who Kwako Bobosia. There must be a clear cut to send your Ube to your Sabosiano.
So,
for example, energy sector loans are equal. And the best solve the issue of Doomso. There was an institution of energy sector levies. In this Abayi and more misappropriated, redirected our funds now. It is not the NDC that should be blamed about it. You get fund loans, there was a get fund to offset those loans. Every loan, there was a clear cut to send your to your account. Loans.
Question I'm what I'm trying to say is
yes.
Unim say aban bae Bosian bi ho ya bo ata maso esese etua unim sa ya tua bia na ye tua bi kra
No, but at the end of the they are extended B. They are extended B.
Ni nyina ka MPP bosia no. Ni bisaw.
But what I'm saying is that, for example, your energy sector, let me use the energy sector. Bosia na yeko boy no, cardinal. Yan fan say mra so say be tuomo, ana me boa. Na sika na da ho say yan fan tuomo no, MPP for ko yisa sika dia ko ade foforo. Who then pays for it? They have to get money and pay for it.
All right. Matthias, the point is
appropriation of your energy sector levies.
That is honesty in this banking sector by the NDC is amazing. Which customer had his depositors fund lost in this process? The law is clear, but the Bank of Ghana recapitalized some of these banks with taxpayers' money on more than one occasion. The fundamental point is that some people decided to perpetuate fraud and dishonesty on innocent depositors. And they've been shielded by the NDC. The MPP will always come on top if anyone brings this banking saga, because you can't do propaganda with these figures. The Cardinal, President Akufo-Addo's government in 4 years, 3 months, even with COVID, has done far, far better than NDC's 8 years put together. Nana one in Kaswa, and Oduwese Abetum. George Kwating in Adenta says, Bank of Ghana Hospital was not built by Ghana government. An internally teaching hospital was renovated and not new project as speculated by the NDC. JM only birth project was the E-blocks. George Kwating in Adenta. Now this one says, Cardinal, fuel price as at 5th January 2017 was 18 cedis 50 pesos and not 16 cedis. Isa Fuseni Efiekuma and on so anyway ebaye na me okakra wa ha amenkan kakra sana mako enim Monkaila Jonas said ya e will carry and was say NDC must reconsider Mohammed's leadership. Okay, I know they say you do cry, do I become wasem. Mame for Memoaju now where there. Mohammed Ibrahim Al Hassan says, good evening, Cardinal. I am watching this video part of the night. I wish you all the best. Jesse Emmanuel and was say, I'm watching you from Abaka. I'm wishing His Excellency a happy birthday. The platform show no size. Thank you. Piaga says, good evening, the Cardinal. Happy birthday to His Excellency. Happy 77th birthday to him. Dr. Baba Zamo, my main man, the Cardinal. All correct, sir. More fire. I take him, boss. Happy. Bismarck also says, platform show with Nanaya Kesi. Keep it up. Raymond Asumeni Ampofo says, Nanaya, God bless you for your work. The concerned MPP youth of Kede constituency wish President Akufo-Addo a happy birthday. Abrantia Zatke says, okay, happy birthday to His Excellency. Godfred Koshiga says, the youth are going through extreme hardship because of your visionless and terrible economic mismanagement. Frank Achi says, watching you live at Sweet Apple Laundry and Cleaning Services, Ebuakwa and Sunyameye. Okay, Ebuakwa and Sunyameye is in Kumasi. Okay, Mate. Mama Karinina, Mammy Fabin Chefri Jimena, Messai Abba, Chairman Kwajo Ajimai, El Hasi, and Malik Basintale so Chairman, in the next 5 minutes, Mammy Tio.
Nana, Mammy, you 1 minute being fine, banking, nothing, you call the next day, topic I buy quickly. Now, the starting American economy at 7, Namini, but now by, no, who may be American, work of our banking sector, some of it. But in his conclusion, or some of he end up with this banking situation because economy being while betting me banking sector enter actually. He knows it. If he does finance, he understands it. In the idea of betting me say, and now I can say, I'm so happy. Sir, on one kasa, I analysis be what have I say, oh, workers bear 2,000 ya kika kikandema bo mwa be nana let's all assume you say workers bear 10,000 na court fee. Can you compare with 4.6 million ordinary person or tifie akoye na juma or nam dwamu aboabo ne sika no de akoto bank Not the mismanagement of the bank. You are talking about the workers. You forgot to say workers if they are part of the mismanagement. Urefiana, Omuka Hubi. The father say nana bisa say and penny for the bank in any muno. I then a yanchi woman idea. Ordinary worker or no bank will be no. Oh, just salary no. Sad depositors, you can near Jija no Muji commission or no. I do be an editor. It when there's a mismanagement, and you quote about something, I was surprised. Nana, I say, a banking sector, no we have 10 billion for recapitalization. Nanka omo to me, nanka buying so machine. Instead of the government, we're looking to so akwa 21 billion. They are going. Nani ref say bank in Angasa de candidate. A canna now metu. They been our citing one example. Me the nanka member some kumu or mention any banking idea because as I know I can say court. But you read the report. Now better bunting. Say one bank crown wakufa 300 million. And you can't that if you think of it, say so we decided say the another 300 million cry for recapitalization their manner. Urefi bank they got 600 ana. Urefi. So the point is that except maybe the engineering of the economy, no, and the ABR and this 4-star, almost said Muntiasio. So almost said that just to get the public on their side. So any a good bank, and now depositors of 4.6 million. The government has to settle them because of the mismanagement of a bank. It been an anxiety, you know. So 300 million. I was on who said. That money is not coming from the managing director or the management of base capital. In from bottom, it is coming from ordinary Ghanaian or Nudini Sikakoto for them to manage it well. I know Mako says scan. So, Usi and Sanko Fasi can go nasin, Elgoso nasin. Non Franco Koyadi. And then, ye can once me. Yen beside Jose. Sa loans no mumaya and bad loans in your manner my bank in collapse. Does it stand? Does it able to pay? Say just access no cranny at home, if it to SS canana. Every cry is not exist. So for me, say yeah, can the true stage of the economy. Because you can never hide away from a near man. Decisions are ahead to your mind. I can loans I can nana can I mean Ghana phone you so we can ya Bob Bisia a chain a bambia and this is one is in it who can which 122 billion and I'm a boy I know so
120 billion
120 okay 120 me say and 122 ni mana
Asamedeka na mumu kwa mu boss
okay munya botre the General Secretary of Opposition National Democratic Congress Johnson Asiedu Nketia has been appointed to serve on the Parliamentary Service Board. Other members of the board are the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Leader of Government Business in Parliament Osei Mensa Bonsu, Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu, and Abraham Osei Edu, who is a former New Patriotic Party Member of Parliament and a former Majority Leader. The Parliamentary Service Board is chaired by the Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Bagbe. Also on the board is the Clerk of Parliament, Cyril Insia. Hey, Zadam Fono. Oh, the appointment of the 6-member board followed the recommendation by the Advisory Committee of Parliament to the Speaker. Regarding the letter from the unnamed chairman of the committee prior to the House adjourning Monday night, Graphic Online's Nana Konedu Ajiman reported that Mr. Bagbin said, per the letter, some members of the committee expressed reservation at the appointment of Mr. Asiedu Nketia onto the board. It is considered by some members of the committee that the membership of Mr. Asiedu Nketia amounts to an undesired intrusion into the governance of Parliament by a political party and may not, in the circumstance, bode well for independence of Parliament, since it is the General Secretary of major opposition political party. So, General Mosquito appointed to the Parliamentary Service Board, so that you may know. Chairman Sifom na femi ko nua basin telesene ko.
Inti nana oboy, say the point inti media in the stage of the economy na ye di hu komo no. Me gidi se Ghana fo nyina anitua. in the crisis, and I can say, with all this NDC management, now if you see what crisis are now, if you see any crisis, and so we suffered unemployment, all kind of unemployment situation today. Even unemployment situation today is better than the NDC and at that time. Now crisis be anyhow. Ebola crisis for 1.5 years. That crisis in years. Is that how you understand the crisis?
6 months.
You see?
You're using that to justify a failure from your government.
We can't fail there. Oh, there you are completely incompetent as well. Failure there said they be crying now kata when in a way. What you say? But there was nothing happen. But because of incompetent mismanagement, and Amma you could do baby and all those things that you left. The uja ho nyina no and then nanadu na mudi abeswa no. If we are saying a crisis, but still the world are saying that Ghana is the fastest economy growing in the world. It means nyina a tre anamowa utuo a itesa ampa or mine no say adwuma awuye no or mine no koso sa it will be better for the life of the people. Dana conclusion about Parliament. There na me about the Minister of Finance. I'm saying the Jamakudu stage beer. Say and this is funny say a sharing of power. So into they say they will decide. Enipa ya appointing no. They am faden ko. And that is what actually is happening now. Now, you are appointed as you do the Parliamentary Service Board. It's the first time I had to be. Now, the first time I had to be, but we will leave it until say you have further discussions on it. And then you are appointed Orakin Furata. Food soldiers say, why are you passing all these ministers? Because NKBS and Rajon Muhammad are appointed because he is their president. In quote. Other side no or half your friend say or no rule half na do rule half as they have told all their supporters my catch nyina we have won the election they say no power sharing into one more appointed back and they speaker and they said the rest of the Parliamentary Service Board because 37 into the panel and they bear approval. It is up to Ghanaians. Say and they witness it. Media I don't have any problem. Hey, Kayakura say and omunya majority to a parliament because the constitution allows it. Now you practicing democracy. Emribi beba nana Emribi beba you have a president, executive president, and the parliament will control by the opposition. But in all essence, the attorney said we have to come together. And for me to follow, Nana, my follow since 1992. Since American governors from 92, from Bill Clinton, and it's a main question be 92. Aban bien ho no mo or is it said the fourth term, said the second term, he said an anadu abai. Omunya government executive and the house. Tembiano, Omunya presidency, the house belongs to the opposition. But Nana, it's never bring the government to a halt. And so Sabino executives work closely with the parliament. Mate. Every year. The decisions you're taking in terms of say yes, Nana did not dream, but we will all conclude to make the nation forward. It say Omujidi say, baby I jinano. Omudie Omun it in Yamba Bandi Biangua. Government salaries is workers is one more Mudiantungu. Just a second. The enemy person they can say COVID by even UK, they cut down salaries, they close down companies. Ghana is the only country. What is that worker be why I call it salary?
Matenam Kaso here 1 second. When Dr. Baumia said borrowing was a lazy man's approach, there was no COVID. So NDC, change your excitement. The lazy your approach was the lazy one. Happy birthday to His Excellency. More life for him. Mame Ajwa no do it. Basit, Yango.
Ghana.
Yes, sir.
You see, Your father said, should I say preposterous to even use COVID?
Well, I wouldn't buy preposterous here.
No.
I wouldn't buy preposterous.
It's not preposterous, no harsh. Oh?
No.
Then I cut it down.
Sure.
It's okay.
Thank you.
I mean, it is out of content or out of order.
That's better.
To even say COVID a justification measure to the failures of your government. Out of order, Mr. O. Out of order. Because there is no way COVID somewhere March 2020
Malik, I don't
affected.
Chairman.
There is no way. Colonel, there is no way. COVID AC no. March 2020 you lock it down the country. It affected the increment of fuel in 2019. How does COVID affect the how do you call it, increment in clearing of goods, port charges? AC 2018. How? In other words, more MPP for him say we be a corner stomach direction, because Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ankasa energy na simpieso ye COVID doomso comparison. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia,
yes,
and told the Ghanaian people to compare two crises. And then
was it the same?
Chairman so to simpieso, and then chairman TFDSO. Kase. Yeah, there was no crisis under our regime.
No, you said the crisis was it the world? Was it the world crisis?
Chairman, you are not being fair to me.
Mr. You are not being fair to me. Mr.
No. It's not for you. Maminti you can man. You compare chairman.
But you can correct me.
Chairman,
so say wow, say yeah, crisis. How was the economy? Momonya crisis. Really? Crisis AC less than 8 months in the country.
Which one is the less than 8 months?
COVID in the country. Dabena Ghana will experience the first COVID case. That was in February, March.
And we are in.
I'm talking about to the election. So where there, Amani started Buamano. What's there to talk about in this government? Governance hasn't begun yet. I'm talking about how they brought us. And so, why would you want to compare?
Hey. Mali,
what term of COVID to Nyama affected another government? If you want to compare crisis, you take COVID, put it to Ebola. Ebola.
Chairman, Chairman. Ebola Ghana for sending Ebola.
Because there was a competent president who was able to safeguard in this country under COVID. Now man penny to coin. Now man penny to Scotland. When there was a crisis, how many days ne dian sana nya COVID? So that is even the first incompetent measure. Yari by other Ebola. Cardinal, open see. Cardinal, Ebola by all Ghanaian neighboring countries. Enya Ebola. Ghana and Kwana Yanya. All neighboring countries around Ghana. Enya Ebola. Oh, Pacho. Go and check it. Go and check your records. Guinea import their headquarters. Guinea Bissau.
Now Guinea a neighboring country.
I'm trying to talk. Now they're your neighboring country.
Guinea
your neighboring country.
How is Guinea your neighboring country? And what is your definition of neighboring country?
And so that is where you must. That's what you must ask. I can choose to say Nigeria is a neighboring country, but we don't share borders with Nigeria. But when you're in Nigeria for your trade, you can say neighboring countries. And so unless we want to be the
West African neighbors, but they are not a neighboring country.
So I said neighboring country. You are now justifying your own point unless you want to be deliberately mischievous. Make a neighboring countries are in Nigeria neighboring countries. So I'm not talking about border countries. I'm talking about neighboring countries. Togo, Enya Ebola, a border country. Burkina, Enya Ebola, Onya border country. You see, Cardinal, don't let am I mischievous? Look. Omunya case ba kumpwa. Na ye wa
let's point in na me nka why mischievous. I didn't tell me a question. I will say I should not be mischievous.
Unless we want to be deliberately
mischievous.
We shouldn't be mischievous. I've not said you are mischievous. Mischievous.
So where from that point?
Unless we want to be deliberately mischievous in limiting it to now the number of people in our neighboring countries.
Well, I don't. No, make your point,
so
but
if
I'm struggling to see how you are comparing COVID and Ebola.
No, there are two.
I'm struggling.
There are two crises. Two neighboring countries. And sana eba maimu. Meboa. Now, Mr. Now, Mampenyi bia. Ebola baye, Mr. Wo Cardinal. Momola baye, Mampenya notice of President Mahama. Uti. One fancy share and to ja. Why? Our borders were closed. Or you forgotten. Cardinal young close your borders.
There, Ebola.
Ebola. And then we seem to forget a lot. We even took a special force, test force to young borders. I remember vividly.
What about
young borders, especially those that were linked to neighboring countries.
Ebola by ye to Ghana borders. They said they have to COVID.
Ebola by we closed borders. Now I'll get that fact for you.
Get it?
And
no.
Secondly,
wait. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Check it for me.
Oh.
Check it for me. I'm giving you just 2 minutes. Let me read text messages.
Okay.
Get it for me and then let's move on.
Yes.
Victoria Mame Tiwa Ampiao. Belated one to you from your father, Commander James, youth organizer of Iowa So West Wogon. Chairman, Mr. Manahusha, dear mommy. I don't know, answer. Manahusha, dear mommy. Foster in Tiamo says, I'm watching you live from Virginia. Good job, Nana Alkesi. Kwesi Reynolds, great show, Cardinal. Joseph Echan says, Backbench should tone down small. What is this? Nasif Aiken says, Cardinal, please tell the NDC man to stop putting sand in people's eye. Ghana is moving forward under this government. Paul Asamoah, thanks for watching, Honorable. Boachi Mark, okay, thank you, Boachi. Raymond Ojida says, this guy Ankasa, okay. DJ Solid says, Nanaya, you see how surprised you are by the submission of the man. No wonder, Jawasem, Solid Jawasem, Jawasem, Richard from Dunkau. Richard says, Cardinal, please, the NDC man is comparing mangoes and oranges. How can you compare Ebola to COVID?
My network is very slow.
Oh, network is slow.
Very slow.
Say
underground, my network.
Whereby Mahama was so proud of himself. Ebola
died. Chairman, let him make his point. Yes,
you see, so the point is that look, some person compare Yarem, you know.
It's only
yeah.
Pesa article now government directive now the close border to Pesa a government directive now they close the border.
So what I'm saying is that look, Yarem you know
but Oji the mechanic two man.
I'll do it. Oh, that's very simple for me to do. Sure. My network underground hands here. And I'm saying that these are two diseases. But if you want us to compare COVID to Doomso and an energy crisis there, then you are rather compare apples to mangoes. Because this is one crisis. Your friend is saying, where now measures to cancel. Measures.
You're talking about COVID.
There are countries that haven't registered COVID cases. Yes. And that is because of a share to cancel. But the energy crisis there, crisis are more solving, more family.
Crisis now. You haven't assigned.
Under the NDC.
You're incompetent energy
and that
crisis.
is why we are suffering from that issue. That is the first point of even the discussion. The second point, and I say,
banking crisis.
Young parliamentary system, and in account, young parliamentary system in account, and there, Nyamiadum. We have a well-balanced parliament. A parliamentar. And then with the decision ba. Now you scrutinize ya. Now your opinions about to. Then a final decision is taken. A lot of people are surprised they can overrata and a person on their near account. I have consistently said, in my opinion, say how a kumsin. It's me the basis for passing a minister there. Then every other person will go through, including Ken Ofurata. So at least I'm going to surprise.
No, but if you had
surprise there.
He's the best minister
was
ever.
The basis. It is how Kumsi that red line
Malik
to pass
the angel of the
if you had objections to say now objection be toward Ken Ofuriatta becoming the finance minister.
Yes.
No BNC minority kwan because how are they okay? Mu raise the objection.
Yes.
Enti eco plenary.
Yes.
Yes. We man raise the objection be enti mbeka say how are your basis?
So is that wrong or right?
No, it's not right.
It's not right.
How can Hawa become the basis for you approving?
But that is my opinion. That is what I'm saying. That's my opinion. Hey, Nakana, since here they won't say my opinion more.
That opinion is far-fetched.
That opinion, no one tells you.
That opinion is far-fetched.
Your opinion is
say how I come see it me passing a day, and everybody can go through. Who say one tells you? Can na when so there? Baby, I do need.
Worry.
You.
Worry.
Opinion no say we nju.
Mama assignment because mama baby a Ebola ba ye toto borders mu no mpacho hwe sa I directive no to mama next week ye shia o de be ba ye be ka ho asem abusia ha ne ye de musi Isaac Odro Patricia Sefafisha Emmanuel Atiemo Prince Banfo Asamoah Elizabeth Ejin na Samuel Apia medam ase anwumre Chairman Kojo Ajman Boateng and Afi Malik Basintali or more me and Nunetrasi and Nomchuchun come my friend and I orchestra with me from the Cardinal with the Radiation Jamunina Macram.